Sorry about that. I don't know why it went off, but it did. So try and connect the last one to this one if you can. Where were we? Let's have a little butcher's point. Just before I try and recall where we were, my mother got me this notebook. Okay, now I had already come up with the term dead dandelions long before she got this book, and she didn't know because I didn't tell her. I didn't tell anyone because I wasn't ready to even tell myself that I was ready to do what I'm doing now. But she bought it anyway. This is why I started believing destiny. It's just a little thing, but little things put together always make the biggest thing, right? So it's green for the heart chakra. That's first of all. There's no way she could have known that this had anything to do with my work. There's no way I could have known that this would become my work, right? Check this out. Okay, so it's a notebook, which it is. And then it's got 3 fucking dead dandelions on it. Funny how things work out, isn't it? Getting back to it. So, yeah, that's right. The footage that I've witnessed, you can look this up on YouTube, witness it yourself. I've seen that the hospitals are not overrun. I've seen that people are being registered as deceased when they're still alive. I have seen that they're using the police force and drones to take down license plate numbers and physical descriptions of people that are out, even when they're following the rules by just exercising in very brief, short segments of time too. I've seen with my own eyes this is. So every bus stop now you will see that they're putting knife crime warnings up on the billboard windows of the bus stops, knowing that you'll see it obviously because of the travel to minimise the risk of catching it on foot. So I believe they're putting these out there to disarm us. You know, in the UK we have a very low number of firearms, so the next best thing, it's not a best thing, is it? It's the only thing though to defend ourselves with is knives. So the same way they're taking the guns off of the Americans, they're taking the knives off the Brits. Then we can't defend ourselves. They've just started to care now. I mean, knife crime's gone down quite a lot in Britain over the years, but where the fuck was all the billboards back in the day? Only now that they're pretending to give a shit. Got to question these things. You never get an answer. If you do, it'd be a lie, because it'd be from them. Nurses and doctors. Yeah, I've seen nurses and doctors dancing on the job, in unison, laughing, joking, whilst people are apparently falling like flies. What's that all about? These are numerous videos you can find online. Meant to be overrun, as I say, right? Swept off their feet. I suppose you can sweep people off their feet when you dance, so that's not an entire lie. The only problem is they're dancing with the fucking devil. Yeah, politicians, you must have seen yourself, they're all shoulder to shoulder. Where's the PPE? Where's the 6 metre distancing? Even the people inside and outside the hospitals over here, I'd imagine America too, who have masks on, who work for the NHS or work for the certain medical facilities and businesses and corporations and organisations in America, they're all right next to each other. It's like, well, the mask's all right then. You've got the mask on, you're fine, right? Of course not. Got to question these things. Oh, my favourite one. Right, fuck me, mate. Okay. Plastic dummies. They're using plastic dummies in some of the news footage that you're getting through. You can see on the YouTube footage that I've been going through. And they lay them down like a body that's caught COVID. They've got the oxygen mask on, respirator and all that jazz. And if you zoom in, you can see that it's a painted on hairline. It's got this wooden, bronzy coloured skin. You can even see the fucking joining marks, the seals on the limbs. You see, they use dummies because they think we're fucking dummies. That's how they work. There's a poetic irony to every move they make on their black and white chessboard. And we're the pawns. So we better keep it in check, mate. I've seen the meat trucks. They don't have one single body inside. You've probably seen this too. I've seen the Queen telling us to stand united. Stand united. But not interact. See? Keep them confused and you can keep them abused. That's what's going on here. I've also seen the media hype has led people who think that they have the fatal version of the virus to try to spread it by licking trolley handles, blowing Iceland lorries up, coughing on elevator buttons. They're doing it because the fear has created a new millennium slogan, motto, that repeats over and over and over and over again. I don't deserve to die, when there is others who do but will live. So fuck them. They can join me. That's what they've done to people. That's what fear does to people. And they've weaponized it. Okay? You see, the elite's immune systems and nervous systems are already very low, due to their low vibration and their evil escapades that they indulge in. Okay? So that, brothers and sisters, is the reason why they're all getting it. All the celebrities, all the politicians. You see that, right? Do you see that? A lot of them are full of shit. Hence the toilet paper. But the ones that are more politicized, I believe that's why. Because it is a deadly virus. In that sense, it's a deadly virus. If you've got a low immune system, a low nervous system, and in turn low vibration because of the way you live your life, then it's also going to be the way that you die in life, isn't it? Makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Yeah, it's the worst thing that you and I get is the flu. It'd be a fucking horrible version of it, but a version of the flu nonetheless. This lockdown is for them. It's not for you. Still, please allow me to be the first to say, not the first to say, but for me to say it firstly before I continue, I do truly believe that we should take this very seriously because it still is harmful, as I say, to the elderly. You know, maybe your mother or your father, if you live with them or you visit them, you might have the three that I've just mentioned sky high. They might not, okay? They might still have it sky high, but just be old in age, okay? So it's not worth the risk either way. You catch it, you spread it. Your parents, your grandparents, older friends that you may have, you know, or someone with a long-term pre-existing condition, perhaps, they'll still be of a high risk. So, no matter what I might say to say, you know, this is bullshit, that's bullshit, I can discern the two, you know. I can do it. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Is the reason for this extra video on the subject matter at hand. Yeah, so where are we? Yeah, you've got to understand the sun kills germs, okay? It kills bacteria, all right? So we are essentially plants, and without vitamin D, without photosynthesis, we're a lot more likely to catch it and lower the population down, okay? So this is why we are on a lockdown. This is why they call it a lockdown, okay? Because they have to put a lock on what we need to defend against this shit and to keep our immune systems from lowering down. Lock down. Get it? My opinion. So, let's get to the crown of the clown. Because this whole thing is just a fucking circus. And we know the ringmaster is, don't we? Let's break a few things down, shall we? So, COVID-19. Let's decrypt COVID first. Covert operation to vaccinate, identify, and depopulate. COVID. COVID. 19. 1 equals A. 9 equals I. AI. The two are tied together. The same way that iron and clay never will be. It's not going to stop them from trying it. So, one of the first reports, and then there was quite a few after. We've mentioned 33 before. 33 people have died of it in this place, or in this part of the country or of the world. It's the earlier days, or 33-year-old man from da-da-da, woman from da-da-da, child from da-da-da. This one's a lot better though. You like this? So during the first, direct quote by the way, during the first wave of the epidemic, the estimated death toll is 93,765. Okay? It's numerology time. So, 93. Okay, well, you switch the 3. So you put it in front of the 9. Oh, sorry, hang on. Got this right? You switch the 3 and you flip the 9. Okay? So the 3 goes at the beginning, the 9, you turn to a 6. You get 36. Yeah? 3 6s. Boom. Next part. 765. Okay. So 7 plus 6 plus 5 is 18. 18 is made up of what? 3 6s. Yeah? And they love this shit. It's how they communicate to each other. Gets better or worse depending on how you look at it. So they've decided to name the vaccine Remdesivir. Remdesivir. Doesn't mean anything, right? Okay. Direct quote. Remdesivir is a novel antiviral drug in the class of nucleotide analogues. We're analog. That's a little bit suspect in itself, isn't it? See, they speak science jargon I know no one's going to fucking understand nor want to. But we certainly need to. Remdesivir is an adenosine analog. I believe I've said that correctly. Which incorporates into, see what I mean? This is why they use this shit. Which incorporates into nascent viral RNA chains and causes their premature termination. What did I tell you about it taking down your life fucking expectancy? Okay? That's not the fucking cherry. Okay? That's just the icing. They want to blow out our candles. Where are the candles? We can't let them. Here we go then. Here's your cherry. So let's break down and decode and decrypt the name Remdesivir. So REM, REM, rapid eye movement. Okay, well, you know how much they love all that optical, occultic shit. But I believe it ties more into the dream state that one can fall into when they're, say, in a coma. So, yeah, we've got REM. Next part, Desivir. It's spelled Desivir, but I think we know what that really means, don't we? Remdesivir. Remdesivir. Which is a false teaching or a false teacher. Okay? Remdesivir. Remdesivir. So, I've spoken about this on the end of Origins of the Artificial Intelligence, and I still stand by it 100%. They want to put us into a state of mind which will be shared by the minds of others, a hive mind, okay? When we're in that state, we're going to think that we're awake, but we're not. We're going to be catatonic, essentially. And we're going to be of a very high scale of suggestibility. We're going to be slaves. We're going to be zombies. Okay? That's the simple layman explanation. If I was to go deeper, I think it would give you fucking nightmares. Because it does me. It's not fear, it's care. Do you understand that? Knowing what could happen to all these innocent people, all these innocent children. If I'm going to mention the stuff I already have and the stuff that I have left, I've got to put this out there, although I don't see it to be as serious. But it is pretty funny. You got to laugh or you cry, right? So Raccoon, as in Raccoon City, Resident Evil, Raccoon's an anagram for Corona, yeah. And of course the vaccine company logo in China is the Umbrella Corporation sigil from the game, except it's blue and white. The one in the game is red and white, so you have the red and the blue symbolism combined to purple once again, showing how far their reach really goes. But that's a less serious one. Let's get to a more serious one. Okay, so Wuhan. Again, they love to flip shit around. It's not just numbers, it's letters too. So you flip the W and you swap it with the H. H at the beginning, W in the middle, you get human. Okay, it's an anagram. Corona, I believe in Latin, is the translation for crown. Might not be Latin, don't quote me. I believe so, though. Crown. Okay? And this is a virus, correct? So, you have human mind virus. What did I just tell you about the remdesivir? You're starting to get it? Yeah, just some extra information I thought might come in handy rather than soap. More or less all I've got to say on the topic. Just think it over, feel it over, okay? Because this is the shit they're not telling you, you know? And it's stuff that you can, as I say, look up yourself, you can work out yourself rather than one person saying it's 5G, another person saying, you know, it's, what? That is completely and utterly and entirely not true at all. It's completely and utterly entirely completely true, you know? I'm trying to work with facts here. I'll give my opinion, my perspective, my outlook, and my view, but it is exactly and just that, you know. But some things just can't be denied unless you choose to be in denial. you know. Your friends, your family, your children, they're depending on you to see what isn't being shown. We've got one chance, and this is it. And the only way that that chance will be taken away is if we believe that we don't have one. Believe me when I tell you that we do. Eyes open, all three of them. Remember, you're not the clown, and this is not your circus. And that fucking thing that they worship is not your ringmaster.